Hi, everyone, and welcome to Reinvent Your Life. This is a workshop to guide you in setting meaningful and measurable goals. I am recording this in November of 2024, and you are able to focus on where you're at right now within time, in a month ahead, in a year ahead. So, how I will share this information is in 2025 for the year. So, in this session, you will overall leave with one meaningful and one measurable goal in your personal and professional life. So, again, that's what you're walking away with. You're going to analyze and define what success means for you in this season. And most importantly, leave with a meaningful and measurable plan of how you're going to do that and where you're going to go next. So, I think it's important to start with gratitude. And so, whether you are typing in the chat live or just going through a self-led journaling practice, I want you to write down, even if it's for longer than just this past year, what are some of your successes that you've had in your life? They can be big, they can be small. Reflect on a goal that you accomplished. Feel free to pause this video and take time to write, and we'll move forward whenever you're ready. And also, when it comes to goal setting, what's something that does not work that you've tried before? Maybe it's setting too many goals or being hard on yourself after not accomplishing what you wanted to. What's something that you know doesn't work? Go ahead and pause this and write it down. Okay, so after acknowledging your success as well as acknowledging what doesn't work, it's time to dive in and it's time to start fresh from this very moment. We are focusing on goals, not from the head of what we should do or the things that we always hear about, more money, losing weight, things of that nature. But in my method at Wise Woman Co., it's really about understanding that success lives in the present and also in the future that you define and design. And so it's our job to stay anchored in this moment and acknowledge and write down the milestone of what we want to achieve and where we want to go and grow. And by doing so, we are able to reverse engineer our habits, our actions on a daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis in order to realign to what we actually truly want from our heart center. So, Harvard did a study and found that over 10 years' time of their MBA students who graduated, 3% of them who set goals that were written and specific and measurable made 10 times more financially than those 97% of people who either did not have goals or had goals but didn't write them down. So, this is a powerful practice to anchor you in the present. I'm going to lead you through a short guided meditation. We'll then move into a self-assessment practice that I call Sun and Shadows. You'll define your success, and we'll have open discussion, and then we will go ahead and move forward. So now that we've acknowledged our success, as well as we've talked about what doesn't work, let's just ground in the present moment. So I invite you to bring your hands down on your legs or on your desk, to roll your shoulders up by your ears, to bring them back and down. And just take a moment to look around the room that you're in, noticing the objects, the shapes, the colors, the clutter, the clean spaces, just letting yourself really land in your body in this moment, in the room or vehicle that you're in. And look for the door, look for the exit. So, in doing all these things, this somatic 360-degree scan helps us get into the present body. And so I want you to focus on being exactly where you are. And now creating an intentional seat, set your gaze down at your desk or close the eyes, bringing your awareness to your heart center. Just take a few deep breaths to drop in. Gentle inhale. Gentle exhale as you get heavier in your seat. New breath in and a new breath out. With bringing your awareness to your heart center, simply ask yourself what you're ready for now, what you're ready to receive in your personal life. Keep breathing deep and free, knowing that you're safe. What's the one thing you want in your personal life to be healed or expanded? Taking a deep collective breath in together and a collective breath out. Now keeping your awareness at your heart center. What is your one professional desire? What urge do you have in your career as a whole? It may not be the job that you're in or the role that you're in now. What is your next dream, professional achievement? Take a few moments to just breathe and explore and reconnect. What do you really desire from your heart center? Lastly, what's something you're ready to let go of? An attachment, person, situation. Take a loving deep breath in and a deep breath out. And gently bow your head to your heart, stretching out your neck. Inhale, drop the right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, chin to center. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Back to center, and then just make a few head circles here. After you get the head, let's get the arms. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, bring them back and down. We'll do that again. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, clear out. Last one. This time, hands to heart center and pause. May you feel guided and protected on your path. May you acknowledge and listen for your heart's desires and your personal and professional goals in this experience. Another inhale. Gentle exhale. Hands down, slowly blink the eyes open. And now I want you to take time to write. Write down what you saw in your personal desires, as well as what you saw in your professional desires. Maybe the one person, place, or thing you're ready to let go of. Go ahead and pause this video now and rejoin whenever you're ready. So now we're going to move into the self-assessment. Excuse my busy dual bar. So in reinventing your life, it's important to understand where you are now, not only from what feels good, but also where you're really challenged. And so this is a short self-assessment on a method that I call sun and shadows. And so the sun, as you can see, draw a horizon line on a sheet of paper, draw one line and of course a circle. The sun is what on top of the horizon line is what you want to amplify, what you want to focus on, what you want more of, all of those things. The shadows are the things that people don't see, things that are in the subconscious, things that are challenging, things maybe that feel a little bit out of control. Write those down and below the horizon line. And then from there, go ahead and take time, pause this, and then rejoin. So from there, once you get everything written sort of on top and bottom, and notice if you have more in your sun or more in your shadows. And then now we're going to align to actions. So you're going to create rays from your sun. What are all the things that you can do to amplify your life from exactly where you are? From the energy that you want to feel to what you want to have, to heal some of the obstacles or challenges that you're having. What are some actions and things that you can do? Feel free to pause it and we'll keep going. And now that have written all of these actions, I want you to circle three. What are three actions you can take? And we'll come back to this soon. You can use this at any time. But I really like this because it gives me a clear picture of today, here I am, highs and lows, ebbs and flows, and what you want to do and what you can actually influence in the future through your actions and through forward motion. So now, whether it's in the chat or with a friend, I invite you to share maybe one of your goals and one of your actions. This is important whether you're sharing with your fur animal, your dog, your cat, a family member, a friend, your loved one, your partner, your anyone. Sharing your goal is helpful for accountability as well as for resources. So if you articulate and tell people what you're up to and what you're hoping to achieve and receive, um, it makes it more likely to happen. But I want to now take that action, take that goal, and make it measurable and making it a bit meaningful. So write down your goal, make it smart, specific, measurable, attainable, add some qualitative information to it. Outline any obstacles that you may have reaching the goal. Be able to measure your progress, and most importantly, make it meaningful. So, what do I mean by all that? Well, here's two of mine, a personal and a professional. One of my personal goals is to grow my LinkedIn newsletter community from 900 subscribers to 2,000 subscribers by July 2025. Specific and measurable. And how I'll do that is through advertisements, email, sharing in my network weekly. Why is this meaningful? So it is shown that when we add emotions to goals, we're more likely to achieve them. So this supports my intention to express creative writing, share my thought leadership, and make a difference in people's professional lives. I feel like there's a lot of suffering going on in the world, and especially with work right now in the employee experience. So it's my intention that my messages on creativity, spirituality, and peace of mind come to those in this community and double by July of next year. That's a personal goal. It's also professional related, but that's okay. And then for me, a professional goal. This is like the big, scary, icky one that I'm like, even sharing this, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I am pivoting within the next 6 months into a role in learning and leadership development. And I'm increasing my salary by 15% in April of 2025. This is going to support my family and my financial goals to purchase a home, as well as grow my impact in the company that I work for. And this is meaningful for me because I feel that I'm currently in a work situation that I'm happy to. I haven't been happy in a long time in it, and I've tolerated it. I've gritted through it. I let my wedding and priorities and things take place versus growing my career, and it did impact me negatively and um, has been a roller coaster. But I feel like I've learned that I like training. I know more now about change management than I did previously, but at the end of the day, learning and leadership development is how I want to spend my professional time. And so some of the sub actions to this goal for me are updating my resume, sharing work of wise woman, similar to what I would do in learning and leadership development, and letting it grow and evolve and myself grow and evolve in this new chapter of my career unapologetically. So, putting myself out there, organizing my materials, growing in my own skills and capabilities. Those are a sample of two goals. Okay, so now it's important to define what success looks like for you in this season. So even though you have our goals, I want you to acknowledge if you're in a season of building, sustaining, or expanding. You may be in a maintenance mode, and that is perfectly fine. It is a natural part of the growth process. So I want you to define, and again, take out your journal, your pen, your phone, your laptop, and just write what season of your life that you're in now. And then also write, what does success look and feel like to you, personally and professionally? Feel free to pause this in between. What practices support you to support your meaningful and measurable goals? And bonus, if you could pick a word or theme for 2025, what would it be? Mine is courage, means with heart. So now we'll have an open discussion. I'm going to pause this recording for those who are attending live, or if you're doing this, with your girlfriends. But I think it's important to reset, renew, and recharge for the new year, and write and acknowledge why your goals matter to you. A few resources in closing to make this short and sweet is setting a weekly intention as well as weekly reflection is critical to not let your professional life feel like it comes and just continues. It actually stops when you give yourself that weekend buffer. So a weekend reflection practice is that I love to do is called wins, woes, and wows. Wins, what did I accomplish from a metric standpoint? Woes, what were my greatest challenges and obstacles? Wows, what were the serendipitous things that I didn't plan for or spontaneous things that happened that I was really grateful for in work, career, and life? And then weekly direction is what is my intention or my word or mantra to anchor the week? What ideal outcomes, if everything went my way, would happen? And then what are my top three priorities that I need to shift, create, do, etc. Three books that I love, and they also have different resources. 168 Hours, which talks about how many hours we have in a week. So to get into that weekly cycle by Laura Vanderkam. The Crossroads Between Should and Must by Aluna, which I'm going to pick up again, but speaks to everyone has a job, a career, and a calling. And lastly, Radiant Rest by Dr. Sandra Dalton Smith, which is so critical for acknowledging what kind of tired are you, what type of tired are you, and what practice can you give yourself for resilience. So remember that reinventing your life really happens one day at a time. Start in the present moment, move forward. Make sure that you say your goals out loud. Notice where you get stuck. Give yourself the opportunity to grow from where you are now to where you're going. And most importantly, make it meaningful. Thank you so much for your time, your attention, your self-work. To do this, it takes courage and it takes heart. Again, I'm Jessica Valentine, the founder and CEO of Wise Woman Co., and I am a change management and wellness expert. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Lots of love. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, week. Feel free to comment on social media or view my website, wisewomanco.org, for more information about upcoming events. Thanks a lot.